A surge in Nepal's pro-monarchist rallies is a sure sign of a growing undercurrent of dissatisfaction amongst the public towards the country's political parties and the republic. The recent wave of protests even turned deadly, leading to curfews being imposed. Is there a new twist in the country's governance in Nepal? Here's more.
The streets of Kathmandu haven't seen anything like this in years. Protests spearheaded by pro-monarchy groups led by the Rashtriya Prajatantra Party for a return to the monarchy, clashes with police. 2 people were killed, curfew had to be imposed. The demonstrations and counter-demonstrations came on the back of a video message from ex-king Gyanendra Shah. The clashes resounded in Nepal's parliament too, with the Prime Minister seeking punishment for the ex-king.
आपराधिक घटनामा संलग्न कसैले पनि उन्मुक्ति पाउँदैन, पाउनुहुन्न.
Those involved in criminal incidents should not get immunity and won't get immunity. The former king Gyanendra Shah also cannot be spared for the violence. Shouldn't the one who says he will become a king and destroy the system make his views public in all these series of incidents? A leader who incites people to die, a person who's been thrown at a corner by the history, a coordinator of a campaign, a person who has the intention of becoming ruler and causing loss of wealth and looting. How can a person who has the intention of becoming a ruler remain silent in the shadows? He's the one who's ultimately responsible for all these incidents. He must take responsibility.
Though long relegated to the political margins, the royalist camp has managed to seize upon growing disillusionment with the political establishment. Nepal has had all of 13 governments since it became a republic in 2008. That's 13 governments in 17 years. There's no end either to power games and political wrangling at the top. There are signals now of the voting public drawing the line on personal ambitions as the people gain little of the fruits of democracy. It's been a series of twists and turns on the nature of government in Nepal over the last few decades in particular. Nepal was an absolute Hindu monarchy for 240 years. In 1990 though, after a series of mass protests, King Birendra agreed to transition Nepal to a constitutional monarchy, sharing power with an elected parliament. But people remained unhappy with the monarchy. The mid-1990s also saw the rise of the Maoist insurgency in Nepal. One of its leaders, Prachanda, went on to be Prime Minister. Crown Prince Dipendra, reported intoxicated, killed his family members before turning the gun on himself. Dipendra himself died 3 days later, and Gyanendra, his uncle, became king, dissolving all political parties. Gyanendra imposed a state of emergency in 2005 to take control of the government. 7 political parties joined hands. Protests erupted, demanding a complete end to the monarchy. Gyanendra bowed to pressure and reinstated parliament in 2007, and in 2008, the newly elected Constituent Assembly voted to abolish the monarchy. Nepal became a federal democratic republic. 17 years on, alongside a visible support for return of the monarchy, the political leadership rubbishes the idea, firmly calling the monarchy a thing of the past in Nepal. But there's no refusing the fact that the winds are blowing. 17 years of political instability and corruption are having their say. These may be early signs, but is there a bigger twist coming?